Development Pharmaceuticals in association with Higher Secondary Principals Forum.
Hi everyone. Let us solve one more practical problem today. As you can see from the board, Robert and Sahil were partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2 respectively. On 31st March 2020, their balance sheet was as follows. You are given the balance sheet, various items of balance sheet and various items of liabilities and assets, and below that additional information is given. Okay, the firm was dissolved on the above date. Assets and liabilities were settled as follows. Stock was sold at 25% less than the book value, and machinery realized 20% more than the book value. Debtors of rupees 10,000 proved bad, and rest of the amount due. So these are the various assets, various liabilities, and additional information is given. So how to close the books of account? As usual, here we have to open 3 accounts. The first account is realization account. On the debit side, we have 2 accounts, that is particulars amount, same way. Credit side also particulars amount. So this is the main account, realization account, or what you call recovery account, you have to prepare. Then the second account is partners capital account. Debit side particulars, partners are Robert and Sahil. Particulars, then Robert and Sahil. Then the next account, third account is bank account. On debit side, we have particulars amount, particulars amount. So these are the 3 accounts we require to close the books of accounts on dissolution of a partnership firm. So here, as usual, you have to transfer the balance. On the liability side, you are given partners capital accounts. So transfer to partners capital account by balance brought down. Capital of Robert is 1,10,000 and Sahil is 90,000. Then we have investment fluctuation fund. If there is no investment given on the asset side of the balance sheet, you can distribute that investment fluctuation fund among the partners. When there is investment, you should not transfer it. So all those funds you have to transfer here. By sundry liabilities account, under this investment fluctuation fund is rupees 10,000. Then employees provident fund, it is also external liabilities. This is the amount due to the employees. So, employees provident fund is rupees 30,000. Employee provident fund is 30,000. Bank loan is also external liabilities, that is 50,000. Then sundry creditors rupees 1 lakh. So, these are the items given on the liability side of your balance sheet. So, the capital balance we transfer to partners capital account, and all the external liabilities we closed by transferring to realization account. So, the total liabilities, that is 10,000 plus 30,000, 40,000 plus 50,000, 90,000 plus 1 lakh, that comes to 1,90,000. So, we transferred all the items on the liability side of balance sheet. External liabilities we transferred to the realization account to close those liabilities account. Then partners balance we transfer to partners capital account. This is internal liability. These are external liabilities. External liabilities accounts are closed by transferring to realization account, and that capital account we are not closing, we are just transferring the amount due to partners here. So, we will close it later on. Then coming to the asset side, we have assets like land and building. It is a realizable asset. You can recover the money on sale of this asset. That has to be closed by transferring to realization account. Machinery account, machinery also can be sold. That also have to transfer here. Investment, we can dispose of the investment, you can recover the money. That also have to transfer here. Stock, also realizable assets. Debtors is given at the gross value, net value, you have to transfer only the gross values, and that RDD you can write here. So, by RDD account rupees 2,000. Then all assets are to be debited to your realization account. So, to sundry assets account, under this you have to list out all those items. Land and building is rupees 40,000. Then we have machinery rupees 1,10,000. Then we have investments rupees 90,000. Then stock rupees 60,000. Then debtors rupees 80,000. Now, all these total you have to put it in the outer column, that is 40,000 plus 1,10,000 plus 90,000 plus 60,000 plus 80,000. So, this total work outs to 3,80,000. 80,000. The total of all these realizable asset is rupees 3,80,000. So, these items have got only one effect. So, we close all these external liabilities accounts and the realizable assets to the realization account. So, these ledger accounts are closed. Then there is a bank balance of rupees 12,000. So, we are not transferring the bank balance to realization account because it is in the liquid form. So, the same balance we are going to transfer here to balance brought down. It is rupees 12,000. So, 12,000. So, all these items given in the balance sheet are having only one effect and they appear at only one place. Okay? So, here all the realizable assets are transferred, here all the external liabilities are transferred, and this, since we transferred debtors at the gross figure, that deduction amount, the provisions have got the credit balance, so you have to put it on the credit side. Then partners capital is a internal liability, we have to transfer that capital balance to the partners capital account. Then bank is a asset and it is in the liquid form. So, we are not going to realize it because it is already in the liquid form. So, we have to write it as balance brought down. Now, let us move to the adjustments. Adjustment number 1, he says stock was sold at 25% less than book value. When you sell the assets, you will get the money, so that you have to credit it to realization account. So, by bank account stock, your stock was 60,000. So, he says stock was sold at 25% less than book value. So, book value is 60,000. So, this is 100%. Now, it is sold at a discount of 25%. That means, we realize only 75% of this. Actually, the stock was 60,000, it is 100%. Now, it is sold at 25% less. So, 100 minus 25, that means we sold at 75% of this. Now, 75% of this is 45,000. So, that 45,000 you have to put it here. So, stock realized is rupees 45,000. Then machinery realized 20% more than book value. That is, machinery, the cost of machinery was 1,10,000. He says machinery realized 20% more than the book value. This is 100%. Now, it is realized at more than, so 20% more, that means it is 120% of this. Okay? So, 20% more, 20% of this gives you 22,000, 22,000 more. So, it becomes 1,32,000. Okay? Or if you cancel this and multiply this, you will get the same amount, 1,32,000. So, machinery realized is 1,32,000. Okay? As I told you, it can be found in two ways. That is, your machinery is 1,10,000. It is sold at 20% more than that. So 20% of this, 20% of 1,10,000 gives you 22,000. So 22,000 added to 1,10,000, it becomes 1,32,000. Or straight way you can do 1,10,000 into 120 divided by 100, then also you will get this 1,32,000. Then debtors of rupees 10,000 proved bad and rest paid the amount. Your debtors were 80,000. He says debtors of rupees 10,000 proved bad, means we could not recover 10,000 of the debtors. So your total debtors were 80,000 and we could not get 10,000, means we received only 70,000. So this is what we didn't get. We are supposed to get 80,000. So out of 80,000, debtors of rupees 10,000 proved bad. So we are not going to recover that 10,000. So we recovered only 70,000. So that you have to write here debtors rupees 70,000. Debtors rupees 70,000. Then adjustment number 3, a typewriter which was fully depreciated is now valued at rupees 3,000 and is taken over by Robert at this value. So there was one typewriter, old typewriter, which was fully depreciated, but it still has got some, it is still usable. So the same thing is taken over by Robert. So when Robert take over, you have to debit this Robert's capital account. So what is the value of typewriter taken over? 3,000. So that 3,000 you have to write it here by Robert's capital account. This is for typewriter taken over. So its scrap value is rupees 3,000. So by Robert's capital account rupees 3,000. Then Sahil took over 40% of investment at 15% discount and remaining investments were handed over to the creditors of rupees 60,000. The balance payment of creditors was made in cash. So here investment is, total investment is 90,000. So 40% of the investment is taken over by Sahil at a discount of 15%. So by Sahil's capital account. This is for investment taken over. So investments, the total investment is 90,000. So 40% of this, 40% of 90,000 gives you 36,000. Your total investment, this is 100% was 90,000. Out of this 40% of this, 40% of 90,000 is 36,000. So this is taken over by partner. He took at a discount of discount of 15%. So 15% discount means it is, he took it for 85%. So total investment was 90,000, this is 100%. Out of this, one partner, that is Sahil, took 40% of this, okay, at a discount of 15%. So 15% means we got only 85% of that amount. So what is 85% of that? That is 30,600. So you have to put that 30,600. And the remaining investments were handed over to the creditors. So that we will see this later on. Then Robert was appointed to realize the assets and pay off the liabilities, for which he was paid a commission of rupees 2,500. Robert is looking after the dissolution proceedings. So for that he is given a commission of rupees 2,500. So to Robert's capital account. This is a firm's expenses, that is commission is rupees 2,500. So whatever the commission the firm agreed to pay to Robert, that has to be debited to that realization account. Then land and building were valued at rupees 70,000. Okay. Bank took it to settle of loan of rupees 50,000 and paid the balance amount of rupees 20,000 to the firm. Your building was revalued at rupees 70,000. Actually the book value of building was rupees 40,000. So on dissolution, when it is revalued, its worth was rupees 70,000. And this building value rupees 70,000 is taken over by the bank in settlement of the loan. The bank loan was 50,000. We are supposed to pay 50,000 towards the bank, but bank took building costing rupees 70,000. Now the revalued figure or the value of the building is 70,000, but we are supposed to pay only loan of rupees 50,000. The excess amount, that is 20,000, is paid by bank. That means building realized rupees 20,000. Building realized rupees 20,000. First the building was only 40,000. On the date of dissolution, when it was revalued, its value went up to 70,000. Now the building costing rupees 70,000 is taken over by bank in settlement of the bank loan. Bank loan was only 50,000. So from 70,000, bank recovered the loan of rupees 50,000. That extra value is given. So you'll get the money. So that much cash comes into the business. So you have to credit it to realization account as by building account rupees 20,000. So these are the assets realized. The total assets you have to value, you have to write it on the credit side. So the total amount received on sale of assets is 2,67,000. 2,67,000. Now coming to the payment of liabilities. So this we need not pay this. Employee Provident Fund, no information is given in the problem about Employee Provident Fund. So we have to assume that this money is to be paid. the firm was supposed to pay 30,000 to the employees towards their provident fund. Even though no information is given in the problem about this 30,000, you have to assume that those liabilities are paid in full. So, employees provident fund is rupees 30,000. Employee provident fund is 30,000. This you have to settle. This bank loan is also settled. Since they took the building, you need not pay them. Now sundry creditors. Now what about sundry creditors? He says the balance payment of credit was made in cash. Actually, we are supposed to pay creditors rupees 1 lakh. Out of that 1 lakh, they took the investment of rupees 60,000. Actually, we are supposed to pay creditors rupees 1 lakh. This was the total amount due to creditors. So, they took investment worth rupees 60,000 in part settlement. So, whatever the amount is remaining, this amount is paid in cash. Your total creditors is rupees 1 lakh. You were supposed to pay 1 lakh, but they took investment for rupees 60,000. When they take investment worth rupees 60,000, to that extent, the firm's liability towards the creditors decreases. So, you need not pay this 60,000. So, out of 1 lakh, they took investment of rupees 60,000, means the balance amount is still to be paid is rupees 40,000, that you have to pay to the creditors. So, creditors rupees 40,000. So, this we need not pay, this is paid, bank loan is already settled, creditors is also settled. The total amount paid towards the external liability is rupees 70,000. Okay. So, these are the adjustments we have done. I think we have not missed out anything. The total assets is transferred. This is for the commission. This is to close the liabilities account. This is to close the RDD account. This is what the amount received on sale of assets. This is what the assets taken over by the partners. So, everything is over. Now, we have to find the profit or loss on realization. So, you have to see whether the debit side total is greater or credit side total is greater. So, on credit side of the realization account, it is more. So, you have to find the total of the realization account on credit side. 0, 0, third place, 6, fourth place, 2, then fifth place, 9, then 4. That is 4,92,600. Bring the same thing, 4,92,600. So, we compared the total of debit side of realization account with the total of the credit side. On credit side, the total is more than the debit side total. So, we remove the total on the credit side. So, credit side total comes to 4,92,600. Bring the same 4,92,000. 1 minute, this is 600. Robert commission is 2,600. So this is 0, this is 0, second place 0, third place 0, fourth place 0, then 4. So the difference is 40,000. So we remove the total on credit side, brought the same total on the debit side. From this 3,80,000 plus 2,600 plus 70,000. The total we minus from this, you are getting difference of rupees 40,000. This is called profit on realization account. So this should be transferred to partners capital account. So to partners capital account. Partners are Robert. Out of 40,000 profit, they are sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2. So 3/5 of this. So this comes to 24,000. Then Sahil rupees 40,000 into 2/5. So that comes to 16,000. So the total profit on realization is 40,000. This profit is distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio, which is 3:2. So when you apportion the profit among the partners, Robert's share in profit will be 40,000 into 3/5 equal to 24,000. Sahil's share in profit will be 40,000 into 2/5 is 16,000. So 24 plus 16, that is total profit is 40,000. So we completed this realization account. Now we have to do the posting to the ledger account. Now let us start from here. Up to here, this is just to close the ledger account. They have got only one effect, no the corresponding double effect here. Okay, it is already closed. Now we have to start from here. So the entry is realization account debit to Robert's capital account. For undertaking this dissolution work, the Robert is promised a commission of rupees 2,600. So the 2,600 commission payable to that partner Robert is income to him. So it comes on the credit side by realization account. Realization account, this is for commission. He is entitled to get commission of rupees 2,600. So this posting we have done. Now let us go to this for payment of external liabilities. The entry is realization account debit to bank account. So in bank account, you have to debit, sorry, this liability is paid. So by realization account, this is for payment of liabilities. Payment of liabilities. Liabilities paid is rupees 70,000. So this liability paid is over. Now you have to transfer this profit. Realization account debit to partners capital account. So in partners capital account comes on credit side. That is by realization account. This is share in profit, profit on realization, that is 24,000 and 16,000. So, we have done the posting of the debit side. Now, let us go to the credit side. So, we have to start from here up to here. No, this thing they have got only one effect. Now, second effect start from here. Bank account debit to realization account. So, here realization account credit side means comes in bank account debit side. So, to realization account, this is for assets realized. The amount received on sale of assets is 2,67,000. So, this is the amount received on sale. When you sell the assets, you will get the money, cash come to the business. So, all the receipts of cash we write it on the debit side of bank account. Now, coming to Robert's, the next one is Robert's capital. This is for the typewriter taken over by Robert. So, how you read this entry? Robert's capital account debit to realization account. So, in partner's capital account to realization account, this is for asset taken over. So, when you take over asset, to that extent the firm's liability towards partner decreases. So, that is to realization account rupees 3,000. Now, this is done. Now, let us go to the next partner, Sahil's capital account debit to realization account. So, in Sahil's capital account to realization account, in Sahil's column 30,600. So, we have done all the adjustment. To be on the safer side, just check whether we missed out any entries. So, in Robert's capital account, credit side for commission, in bank account, credit side for payment of liabilities, partner's capital account for transfer of profit, then for assets realized, bank account debit side, for assets taken over in partner's capital account on debit side. So, this is over. Now, we have to balance this capital account. You have to see whether the credit side total is more or the debit side total is more. So, this is 90,000 plus 16,000 gives you 1,06,000. Bring that 1,06,000 to the debit side. So, the credit side of Sahil is greater. So, 90,000 plus 16,000 is 1,06,000. So, 1,06,000 we got it here. From 1,60,000 we have to recover this money for the asset taken over 30,600. So, the difference amount is 75,400. So, this is the money you have to pay to him in final settlement. Now, coming to this one, so 1,10,000 plus 24,000, so that gives you 1,36,600. Bring that 1,36,600. So, the total amount due to partner was 1,36,600. Out of this, you have to recover 3,000 from him. So, still you have to pay him 1,33,000. 33,600. So since the firm is closed, you cannot write carry down, you have to pay this money in final settlement. This is payment made in final settlement of the balance. Okay. Now partner's capital account is also closed. Now you have to transfer this to bank account, that is partner's capital account debit to bank account means. So by partner's capital account, under this you have to pay Robert rupees 1,33,600. Then you have to pay to Sahil rupees 75,400. The total amount you have to pay to them is 2,09,000. 2,09,000. So we had opening balance of rupees 12,000 and we received on sale of asset 2,67,000. Total amount, this is what inflow of cash. Now this is the payment of liability 70,000 and the partners paid in final settlement is 2,09,000. So the total amount you have paid is 2,79,000. So we had cash balance also, received is also 2,79,000. So the receipt of your cash is equal to the payment of cash. So the cash account, the bank account tallies means all the books of accounts are closed. So this is how you have to settle the books of accounts on dissolution of a partnership firm.
Prudent Scholars, powered by Lupin Pharmaceuticals.